video today. I really appreciate you being here. Watching this video about the transition of my hair. This is a requested video. Someone asked me to do a video on my hair, and so I wasn't sure if she meant on the color or the cut. I had talked about doing this video a while back, and I had never done it, but I had been keeping a Pinterest board on my transition because I noticed when I had decided to go natural with my hair color, I investigated a lot of sites, going gray gracefully, you know, gray is the new black or something like that. Gray is the new blonde, silver is the new blonde or something like that. Or so I investigated a lot of these websites and blogs, and a lot of them would have invitations for you to upload your photos from your transition. So I decided to just do a private one. I did it on Pinterest, and just to keep track of it. And I just wanted to let you know that because it was right for me. I have never told anybody. My sister still dyes her hair. She looks beautiful with her red hair, blonde hair, whatever color she wants to put, she can carry it off. And I've never tried to convince her otherwise. It's up to her to do what she wants to do. A lot of my friends as well, they told me they will never break up with Miss Clairol. They're totally devoted to the bottle, and that's fine. I just got tired of it. I got tired of having to go every 3 weeks. I got tired of only having maybe a 10-day window of my hair looking really nice the way I had dyed it. And otherwise, I would be wearing hair scarves to cover the roots. I would be constantly dyeing with either a you know, those little refill kinds. I would be doing the eyeshadow to cover the roots. It was just a constant cover up, and I just got tired of it. Of course, I got tired of the $100 that I was spending for a professional color. Over $100. I got tired of spending $20 to do it at home most of the time. And of course, I enjoyed the hair color. Like I said, my hairdresser did a fabulous job. I love the way she did my hair with streaks, and she was able to camouflage it, and she did a great job. But when I hit mid-50s, that was it for me. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of filming. I just got tired of the hair dye, having to do it every 3 weeks. It's stinging my scalp, burning, making a mess of my bathroom. I just got tired of the whole thing. And I said to myself, you know, I would look at myself and I would say, Thelma, I would say to myself, you don't really look any younger. I mean, you look 50. You're 50. You look 50. It doesn't matter if your hair is black. And I mean, now maybe if I went and got Botox and you know, surgery, which and believe me, I'm not against. If I had the money, I would probably be doing that as well. I don't know. But, you know, I looked my age. It didn't matter what color my hair was. Now, if I was 35, which I did all my first white hair when I was 19. If I was in my 30s and 40s maybe, I would probably still be doing it because I could probably look a little bit younger. But it doesn't matter whether my hair is frosted, whether my hair is dark red or black or white, I still look 50 years old, or over 50 because I'm over 50. So I still look my age rather. The cons of it. Now I did have a lot of cons. I had strangers come up to me and you know, I was going to school at the time, and I used to go get my bagel from an Einstein bagel that we had on campus. And the lady would wait on me almost every day. And one day she saw that I was letting it grow. She could see the roots, and she said, "So you're letting your hair grow, you know, gray?" And I was like, "Yes." And she said, "Oh, you look so much prettier with your hair dark. You're gonna miss your dark hair." Da da da. And I was like, well, we're gonna wait and see, you know, what happens. And my mother as well. On my son's wedding day, she told me, in my ear, she told me, "You would look much prettier if you went and dyed your hair tonight." And I said, "No, Mom, I'm not gonna do it. This is what I decided to do." So now she's happy with it. Now she tells me, "You were right. You look really nice with it. You know, you are one that can carry it off." So she's come around to it. But I did face a lot of opposition. My daughters told me too. Well, one of them, the youngest one, told me, "Oh, Mom, you don't want to do that." And then now she tells me, "You better not ever dye it back. I love your hair." So you'll see in the beginning some pictures that are dated back, I think no more than 7 years. And it took really 3 years, about 2 or 3 years for it to completely grow out and where I no longer had even any tips. I think at least 2. Because I didn't want to cut it really short. I didn't want to do a big, even though I did have it short for a long time. When I had it dark, I had it short And I did have a pixie cut for quite a few years. That I used, and I will comment throughout, I have a voiceover, but I used things to camouflage the skunk line that was going to be obvious. First of all, I did that by dyeing my hair the lightest shade that I could. But you can see that when your hair is this color, it's so porous that it holds onto another color. It doesn't matter what other color you're going to put only on the roots. It just keeps, I mean, I had like 2 tones. So I tried to go as light as I could. I think it turned out to be sort of an auburn red. And that way the contrast wouldn't be so much. I also used thinning shears in order to do layers, and I would go in there and just layer it up so that the streaks from the white would blend in with the leftover dye. And I also got those little crayons that I used to use to cover up my roots. I got them, but I only did streaks. All right, well, here I am about 6 or 7 years ago with my cousin. I used to keep my hair really short in a pixie, and I would get it frosted, get those streaks done. This would cost me about $100, which is pretty cheap, I hear, but, you know, still $100 every month or so. And then I would do it at home. Here's me in just a home-dyed dark browns, reds. I never really went any darker than that. I once went black, and it was the hardest thing to cover up when I wanted to go back to a lighter color. So, and then here's me and my sister about 6 years ago as well. She still dyes her hair. She looks gorgeous. And here I am with one of the Houston Texan football players that I met at Neiman's, and I took a picture. Right about that time, I wanted to change it. I saw that red on the top. I could never get a solid color. My hair was so porous and so strange. Here it is again. So I just started really convincing myself that I was going to start letting it go. So this is the first month of growth. As I told you, I was doing a Pinterest board, and I was taking at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 pictures per month just to document how long it was going to take me. And it did take me close to 2 years to finally get the very last of it off. And here I am with mostly, I would do French braids. I was at school there. I was doing French braids. Sometimes I would cover up with scarves and try to cover up those roots. Sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I would just let it go. I really just wanted to start accepting my own, you know, look. That's just what I had there. So here's one with a bandana on. You can see a little bit of the roots there. Here I am with about 4 or 5 inches of growth, and I did cover it up with a scarf. I had a night out with some friends. And yeah, that was quite a bit of growth there. Then I started cutting it, and I told you I dyed it a very, very light auburn just because I thought it would camouflage it a little bit better. I was using thinning shears. I was getting professional cuts as well when I could, and just to kind of get the bottom, you know, evened out. But you could see how it was just sparse everywhere. Was spots of the gray still peeping through. And but I was still, you know, I was just trying to convince myself to stick to it. And so that's why I kept getting the professional cuts, so that it wouldn't look so drabby and whatnot. And of course, I was still wearing, you know, plenty of makeup, trying to light up my face a little bit with makeup and all of that. I would also use sort of a razor cut on the bangs just to try to get those streaks of white to pop through. Here's a huge, huge amount of growth. You could really see it there. But the cut was good, and I mean, I don't know, you could just do what you could do. I was going to school at that time as well and working at a clinic, and I would get a lot of crazy remarks that I wouldn't even want to repeat. Some of them were quite rude, but that's okay. You know, you just kind of learn to live with people who are rude and not go there. But and then I got this crazy cut, kind of like a punk rock haircut, I guess. And I think people thought that it was intentional. This was right about the time people were coming up with these crazy avant-garde colors, and I just kind of blended in with the crowd, I guess. I didn't get too many questions later. So yeah, the haircut was really kind of you know, edgy, and I think it went well with the crazy color that I had going on. But it was taking a while, and I just kept cutting it, and I didn't want to go too short because I really wanted to go longer. I had, as I said, been visiting vlogs and things, and they talked about owning it and not hiding it, and just to be, you know, be proud of it, make it a trendy haircut, or you know, not just a short little hide me away haircut. So I wanted to grow it. That was really my intention. So that's why I kept cutting it a little bit at a time. And here's when I started to accept it a little bit, and you know, I was getting to where wasn't even wearing it was useless to wear a scarf anymore. It was just down to the very little bits of color that were left over. So I would just wear it like that, and then I did finally go a little bit shorter there just to try to get rid of that growth, but then I started to grow it. So yeah, that's about the shortest I ever got it until it started growing again. And yeah, you can see the tips of red there, and taking lots of pictures. I put pictures on Pinterest. I put pictures on Instagram, and you know, just I was trying to boost my own self-esteem here, because this was a real change for me. It was something that I never thought I would do. People were still questioning me. My mother was still telling me that, you know, I should diet back. I mean, several people were telling me that. It wasn't until later, till it really started going away. Like right here, I had already pretty much, I think you can see a little bit on the left there, a little tip there, but I was pretty much all white, and there was no going back for me. I was starting to accept it. My husband liked it, my daughters liked it, and I mean, I kind of liked that haircut too. I really liked the way it looked when it was growing. Here I was starting to get it layered again. And yeah, I was really kind of purposefully just owning it, just getting that flashy haircut and just going with it. I was happy with it, and I made, you know, notes in my Pinterest as well that, you know, I was trying to go gracefully, and it wasn't that graceful at first. It was really, really painful. But then I would really liked it, and my mother, who was stubborn, finally told me finally told me right here in this photo when we had a Mother's Day get together that she really liked my hair, and that's when I accepted it, and I was even confident enough to get on YouTube. This was one of my first recordings here on YouTube. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please come back and share another video. Bye.